Alright, what's up guys? We are back with some Project Stardust. Um, yeah, as we can see here, I just recently grinded a little bit and we got the Victory 1, which is actually really OP if you know how to play it correctly. This is going to be a video about how to play this correctly, the strat for the Victory 1. Um, so before we get into that, we're going to go through each of the weapons that this has and how this will affect the strategy and gameplay for this. Um, so we have our Imperial small cannons over here. Um, they don't really do anything unless you're like really close, so I don't really worry about them. Um, large concussion missiles. These are really OP if you know how to use them correctly. So once we get into battle, I'll show you how to use this correctly. They're really accurate. Just what you need to remember is that you need a straight line to your target because they don't go around obstacles. They go straight and they'll just crash into obstacles if there are obstacles in the way. But they do a ton of damage if you hit. So yeah. And then we have our 8 turbo lasers on the side here. And in game, the turbo lasers, they actually really show you the mechanics of this game, how cool the mechanics of this game are, because you can see the turbo lasers turning to be on target. So yeah, that'll show you all the amount of detail that the makers put into this game. So we're gonna wait until we get our next round, our next map, and then we'll go deploy. So yes, yeah, I grinded a little bit. I'm probably gonna go get the Magnificent after this, and I'll do a Magnificent strat or Magnificent review after this. But for now, we'll just use the Victory 1. Even though it's a really low level, it's pretty OP if you use it correctly. We're gonna go deploy into battle. All right, let's go, boys. Okay, jumping out of hyperspace, R and F to control throttle. I'm gonna hold R to bring it up, the throttle up to 100%. See our engines. Gonna zoom in to see our opponents over here. Okay. They're closing in fast. So I'll actually bring the throttle down. I don't want to be the first ones to get hit because the shields on this thing aren't the greatest. So, yeah, as we can see, we're actually receiving some fire. So we're gonna go. We'll actually just target this. Aim on. Press C to lock on. Press 2 to get the lasers, and then we don't have any obstacles in the way. And we're gonna go take a look at the damage that this thing does. Wait till they get on target. Look at that. Look at those hits. So they do take some time to load up. Okay, and so another strategy that you need to follow is, as we saw earlier, let's actually get out my TIE bombers. Okay, we're gonna get to defend. These X-Wings are gonna completely demolish us. So this will actually bring us back to the menu. Yeah, these X-Wings are still here, the TIE bombers. This thing really struggles on really close defense, so we're gonna get completely demolished here. So while we're still in the match, I'll take this opportunity to show us the firepower of these turbo lasers, even though we're gonna get completely demolished here. Switch to the missiles. Let's get a volley out. The damage we can do there. And we're gonna get demolished by these incoming. Okay, so while we go back into the menu, we actually did pretty good damage-wise. So, as you can see here, there are no weapons on the bottom, so that's your big weak spot. We need to keep the top towards your target. Whether that means pitching down or using your Q and E buttons to roll over, because all your turbo lasers and small cannons are on the top here. So that's what you really need to point towards your enemies when firing in order to get all of those shots out. We're gonna go deploy in again, and we'll stay a little back now because we have the big tool, the missiles, the large concussion missiles, which they're really accurate, deal a ton of damage. So we'll use that to our advantage. I'll pitch down here, and you can see we'll get these turbo lasers on target. Okay, and we're already receiving fire. These are really tryhards over here. Lock on with our missiles. Okay, we're receiving fire strongly from that guy. We're gonna get our turbo lasers out. Yeah, we're gonna get completely demolished here. These we're losing heavily. Okay, I'm gonna get missiles out. Yeah, we're gonna get demolished there. Okay. Okay, so we know that their team is really tryhard. We can't even get out of the spawn. So this will just be like some kind of suicide run. Okay. We're gonna go immediately hold D, get off to the side. So we're pitching off to the side as well as pitching down to the left so we can get our turbo lasers on target. We're gonna lock on here. Get our missiles out. Pitch down so we can get our turbo lasers on target. And the damage are starting to come in from our missiles. Try to pitch so we can get all of our turbo lasers out. Yep, we got the right side batteries out. We're going straight into the heat of battle, so we're gonna get demolished here. Our missiles are loaded. Let's get them out. So it's even though the ship looks good in actuality in real life, this design wouldn't be that good because you have to point the top in order to get your shots out. But that's also the biggest part of your ship, so you're gonna get hit. Like as you can see, we're getting hit now. Okay, our large concussion missiles are loaded as you can see here. Let's get them out. See if we can get this guy. Okay, we're getting rammed. Very realistic. Okay, we're getting completely sprayed. Okay, we need a pitch, but we're too slow. So we're pretty much chicken. Yep. So those are the weak spots of this. So if we didn't have such try-hard enemies, we would be able to hang back. We can let the destroyers and lighter battle cruisers go out in front of us. Lighter, faster ships to go out in front of us. This thing really excels if you hold back, because we have our large, pretty much artillery like snipers over here, and we have our really on-point missiles. The TIE bombers, really downside of this thing. I rarely even use them because you kind of need to get close to get them in, which this thing is kind of slow, and you're going to get demolished if you get up close, as we can see that the other team was demolishing us right as we got out of the spawn point. So yeah, we'll just go back and just keep on running. We're getting demolished, so this is pretty much just giving them all we have. Right now I'm going to tilt down because we know that there are some up there. some down there, so we need to get our hits in. Let's lock on quickly to him. He's probably going to try to get behind us, and that's another weak spot of this ship, because if you're tilting down in order to lock on with your enemies out in front of you, and someone gets behind you, um, this thing's too slow in order to tilt back, in order to get your guns on time. And okay, we're getting rained down. Alright, this is great. Okay, once our missiles load again, get our missiles out again. Yeah, so this is really, yeah, they've literally taken over a spawn point. So yeah, that's the main strategy of the Victory one. Just make sure you have your front pointed down, you get all your turbo lasers on point. See if you can get the middle towards your enemy, so you can get both sides on target, and also use the concussion missiles to your advantage. They're a really strong weapon. Yeah, and also you need to learn how to the correct strategy for this, speed and maneuverability wise. As you saw earlier when we were getting completely spawn camped, this thing is really slow moving, so unless you stick back and you have smaller, faster ships out in front of you defending the front, you can't really do anything, because this is more like a support, like back lobbing shells towards the enemy. So yeah, this is going to be the end of my video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to support the channel. Comment what you thought about it, what I can improve to do next time, and I'll try to get more of these videos out. So I hope you enjoyed, and make sure you put your opinions down in comments. See you next time.